What's up, everybody? Hey, the JOH Sports Podcast, episode 2 is here. And all I got to say right now is this.
Make some noise! Make some noise! You want to hate me? What can I do? Keep getting money. Funny, I was just like you. I used to hustle hard, never give up. Till I made it, now you're saying that's the husband.
Hey, so what did you just hear right there? It sounded like you listened to the brother from Queensbridge, Nas, and that would be right. But what was crazy was that Nas was in OKC throwing a party with Russell Westbrook and with Paul George. And check this out. This was even crazy because this was somebody that threw a video out and LeBron was there. What the hell is going on? And then now after we've seen that, we get a confirmation that Paul George is staying with the OKC Thunder. Ooh. So many people are butthurt right now. 100 maybe one of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll find out about Tuckmaster. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to the panel, man. We are short again. I hate that we can't get everybody together, man. Levi's busy doing his thing. Joe doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? DeLeon's doing her thing. But anyway, regardless, we're going to make it work how it is. So let me introduce to you, you know what I'm saying, a person that wasn't with us the last episode, which was Tuckmaster. What's up with you, bro? What's happening?
Man, what's up, man? I mean, man, I'm just ready to get this doggone thing rolling. I know my man Bone, he's hurting a little bit, so you know he's about to hurt right now. So ain't no doubt about that. So
Anyway.
So everybody, let's just get this thing rolling on. I mean, hey, Bone, I'm sorry, but hey, it is what it is. Just take that Vaseline and do whatever you got to do with it, baby.
Oh man, see, Tuckmaster coming on being messy already. Anyway, we moving on to my boy 100. How's LA Nation feeling right now, man? How's LA Nation feeling right now?
Some of them bitter, some of them don't even care. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hurt. I'm not even hurt by it.
You sure?
That wasn't my first pick anyway. I got another one I discussed later on that, you know what I'm saying, somebody needs to leave a certain city and just do a 1-year deal with us. Pay them about like $30 million.
Okay, and who do you think that would be that you're talking about?
Come on, cousins. Take your ass out of New Orleans to come over here. You play with LeBron. You can go play with, my man Ball gonna give you the ball. You can dominate. You can take your time.
If he's not hurt. If he's not hurt.
Yeah, but you can gradually come back. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't have to carry a team like you did last year. You know what I'm saying? You and old boy, y'all down there killed yourself. Where you can get a bunch of young thoroughbreds gonna run up and down this flow. And y'all can just go post up and go eat. So I got about I talked to my man Magic. I got about like 25 to 30 million. I can shoot to you 1 year. If you work, you can just move next year, and Kawhi can just come take your place.
Okay, so then just for 1 year, just to be a rental, and then he can go back. I mean, you're talking about a person that's coming off of a major injury. Also, he won't be fully healthy at the beginning of the year. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that you would want to sign him to a max deal or to some kind of lucrative deal to where he could have the incentive to where he could get healthy enough, plus also get some other pieces to go help the Lakers get back to prominence. I mean, I don't know, just for a rental, I think that would be crazy, man.
No, that's an audition. If he pans out and be that beast that he was last year, because before he got hurt, he was in that MVP talk.
Mm-hmm.
He was having triple double. He was killing. I think one game he put 40 and 20.
Yeah, so, he got plenty of games where he did 40 and 20. Yeah, he was balling.
If he could come back something close to that, yeah, then by then we got your bird rights. We can pay you more money than anybody. We can give you that 5th year. So it's incentives in it. If you come and you ball out, and you know what I'm saying, and you take that crazy, you don't go crazy, we'll pay you. And then you can playing with LeBron, you playing with these young thoroughbreds.
So you still think LeBron's gonna? You still think LeBron is going to LA?
LeBron, Okay, like I had this argument with D last night. Why would you opt out your contract where you could just opt it in for another year and got paid more money? LeBron don't sign 5-year deals. That's in her mind thinking LeBron's going to go sign a 5-year deal. I don't think that shit happening. Why
Okay.
would you opt out?
All right. First off, I got to question you on this one because this look. Listen. This is what we got. This is what we talk about, the winners and losers. So we're just gonna start off with the losers and with the draft. Oh, I said the draft with free agency. Number one loser has got to be the Lakers because there's two reasons behind it. One is that the whole mantra about the Lakers and about how they, you know what I'm saying, the moxie, it's the Lakers, it's LA, it's Showtime. You got Magic, you got the legacy, you got Shaq, Kobe, you have all of that history. And that the Lakers is up there with the prominence, with the greats, which it definitely is. It's one of the best teams in the NBA history. But in the last 4 or 5 years, they have been mediocre. They have made some bad decisions, and they are a shell of themselves. And what the Paul George signing says is that LA isn't isn't what it used to be. Like, I mean, not everybody wants to flock to the big city. I mean, that was the biggest thing that people were saying, like, yeah, OKC could give them more money, but you could get more of this and more of that, endorsement deals. That's why Kevin Durant left, and because of that. Now, there was something personal that went on while KD left. You know what I'm saying? And then also, you know how my feelings is, the KD left because, you know what I'm saying, he just tucked his tail under there. He was friends with Draymond Green. They were over there politicking and working on him the whole year long for him to come out there and have that super team. But with Paul George, he was genuine on what he did with the Pacers, and he was genuine about how he was going to do with the Thunder. Nobody would have been upset with him if he left and went to LA because he said he was going to LA. But like I said, it's just showing that LA is just not what it used to be, and that OKC has just made a move that I think a lot of other small markets is going to do by just taking a chance and then making them see that this organization is the place for you to be.
Well, I know one thing, KMEGA, that a lot of these sports writers and everything, they're shocked. They really are shocked about the move that Oklahoma made to keep Paul George. I mean, I was listening to the radio all day today. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I got off work, and I mean, they just saying, you know, they still like in disbelief. So as far as I'm concerned, I think the Lakers will be okay. It all depends on who they get. If they can find some way to turn around and get the feather out the hat and get San Antonio, what's the name?
Kawhi Leonard.
If they can get Kawhi Leonard, or they can get Boogie's cousins, I think they'll be okay. I mean, if they can get them three.
I don't see that, but that's waiting a year. Like, yeah, you could try to get Boogie Cousins now, but that still doesn't give you the option to make. I mean, the Lakers is still not a playoff team just by bringing in Boogie Cousins, and then you having the issues with Lonzo Ball, his injury issues is popping up right now.
That injury's been done. See, that's a lot of people didn't report it. It was already done. They already knew about it. So
LeBron don't want to wait another year, though. 100.
What you mean? Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. LeBron goes where? LeBron goes back to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. They're strapped. They cap having. Everybody making money. People think you cannot. Who wants JR in that money? Who wants TT with all that money? You know, they said they're not giving away Kevin Love. So, you know, what else you gonna now? To me, is I would, if I was LeBron, and you know what I'm saying, they say that, okay, you know, we already know San Antonio, that's the last resort to trade Kawhi to us. So they're gonna probably like, you know what, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? If I was LeBron, I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna play with you guys one more year. We made it to the finals. I think we can still beat people saying that we can't beat Philly. You train them young thoroughbreds that you already got. They fought. LeBron showed me something. He willed them guys.
Yeah.
He willed them. So, you know, I would have did that, got that money, and then I'm a free agent. Like, everybody think the Lakers supposed to hit this year. No, you don't have to hit this year. You're gonna grab one piece if you want to. Now, a lot of like on our radio station, just like people used to get mad at me, and I used to say that too. I didn't want LeBron. And I'm like, what you mean you don't want LeBron? I don't want LeBron. I wanted Cousins before I wanted LeBron. And I said, we built these young. Think about how damn Golden State done. Golden State didn't really do a lot of trades. What they do? Curry, they drafted. Draymond, they drafted. You know, Thompson, they drafted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to build within first instead
But
of,
see,
you know,
but
trying to make
also,
these mega teams. Because think about it, if you go look at Houston. Houston is lost their mind giving Chris Paul all that money.
I agree, 100%. That's another loser for me. But I'm saying the biggest loser right now is LA. But keep going, keep going.
Yeah, and then people got to understand this too. Paul George is not from the major city of LA. He's from a suburban LA in Palmdale where my son live at, where everything is a little bit slower. I like it up there. It's that out here it's fast paced. Megan can see it's fast paced. You got snobby people. You got people don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of stuff that you have to handle in your head. Where OKC is what? It's nice. It's you know, people
It's
love.
easy going. Yeah, it's easy going out here, man.
You don't got to worry about TMZ looking at you every 5 minutes.
Right,
the media is different from LA because we talk about in sport. We bash everything. We impatient, especially as Laker fans. We impatient because we used to winning. It's not. I don't think it's about the lure of nobody's playing with the Lakers. I think it's, you know what I'm saying. I called it tampering, like old girl said on ESPN. Magic got caught with the he got hit with tampering. He got hit with tampering. So my thing is
tampering.
Man, okay, every NBA team tampers.
Okay, because you told me this explanation before we started the show. I can't wait for people to hear what you're going to say, man.
Okay, when Paul George opted out his contract, OKC was not allowed to say nothing to him till 12:01 Eastern. What is that? 11:01 y'all time and 9 o'clock Pacific. Wasn't allowed to say anything. Presti was at that party way before that time. So ain't that part of tampering? Now I understand, you know, players can talk to each other. There's no rules against players. So Westbrook was in his ear, like, bam, man, you know, we can go do this, we can do that. They might be plotting to get Carmelo out. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, or because Carmelo said he ain't coming off the bench, but he probably showed the life. He said you can make money. You don't have to be in LA to make money. Because I heard, you know what I'm saying, Westbrook had a wonderful house. Made me want to go move to OKC.
That's the thing. I think that's the misconception about the smaller market teams. I mean, look, we know the best that ever did it with the smaller market is San Antonio. People do forget where Presti came from. He was a executive that was there that worked under some of the best in the business at San Antonio, and OKC swooped him up. So I mean, look, and so so you got to look at that situation as well. And you coming out here talking about that Presti was over here colluding and doing whatever, man. He was invited to a party. They know. Look, and I'm telling you, and we all know, and I think a lot of people will agree with this, is that the big media markets want to see the Lakers and Boston and Miami and all these big city teams do better than the smaller markets. They'll allow San Antonio because San Antonio has been doing it for such a long time. But for an OKC or for a, you know, I would even throw in Atlanta, even though Atlanta's a big city, or just, you know, Memphis, teams like that. They don't want to see those teams being their headliners for a finals. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why OKC was even in that category is because they draft so damn well. And so they were like, well, we can let this slide. But just for the market, no. I mean, look at Stephen A. Smith that would come out and they would say, oh, God, I got to come out here to Oklahoma City. I come from Miami, and then I got to come all the way to Oklahoma City. Oh, my God. You know, and that shit like that.
But see, that's sales. Yeah. They don't care. They staying in a nice hotel. They ain't paying for nothing. They fly first class.
Let me pay the bills. Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate that you beat McGregor's ass. That was great. He says, new teams in the finals next year, please. Goddamn. And I totally agree with that. But the sad thing is, whatever the other team is going to be, it has to be from the East, because I still don't see anybody from the West beating Golden State right now. I mean, I see that OKC has they got the potential to, but there's still a lot of work things that they got to do. Houston, to me, has basically put themselves in a worse position because they lost to Ariza. That would be one piece that I would not let go. I would let Gordon go before I would let Ariza go. That to me was the
trade Gordon. They had to trade him. They couldn't let him go. They had to trade him.
And so who did they trade him to?
They will have to trade him somebody that wants to pick up his contract.
Oh, what I'm saying, you talking about Ariza? I'm talking
about Gordon.
Oh, so is Gordon still?
No, Ariza got paid way more than anybody thought.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's a nice little payday.
Ariza is a great player. He's a good he's a 3-and-D dude. Like, he plays great defense. He shoots the three efficiently. You know what I'm saying? He can cut to the basket. I mean, you can't ask for nobody like better than that. You telling me that you're going to have your faith on Tucker and Gordon? Gordon had his best season since when he started as a young cat before he got injured. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust that. And then you still got that big ass balloon contract with Anderson. That, like, to me, I understand Capella is a great center. He's coming out he's young, he's up and coming. But to me, Ariza is that glue to that defense, because he will help out on the backside for when Harden wants to be lackluster on the defensive side of the ball. And you don't have him there. I don't think I'll trust Gordon or if I trust PJ Tucker to sit there and fill the thing. And I don't know. And I know that the free agency is not done yet. But for right now, that was another fail for me.
Now, who did they pick up in the draft,
who did they pick up in the draft? I don't know. Let me see.
Somebody from college that you don't know.
No, I mean, I thought they picked up. I don't know. I'm looking at it. I'm looking for it right now. Let me see. But yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm just saying, what do you think about this, Tuck?
Well, man, like this, Houston. I mean, I wish Oklahoma would have found some way to get Ariza, because I love Ariza. Ariza's a hell of a player. He was a hell of a player in LA. He was a heck of a player in Houston, and I wishing and praying that Oklahoma should have found some way to get him when he was on the free market earlier. I wish they would have found some way, because, like you said, he's an outstanding defensive player. The 3-point shot is on point with him. When he's on, and he's on. You know, when he's off, you know, he's like everybody else. But the thing about it is, you know, if he's off, his defense make up for when he's off. So I think Houston's really gonna miss him. I agree.
I agree. And people in the chat that's listening right now, definitely let me know too. Do you think that losing Ariza was a big problem? Because I mean, look, Chris Paul is a beast. Chris Paul, they had the Golden State Warriors beat. It was a done deal for me. I thought that Game 7 was going to be done, but once he went down, that was it, Jack. And for giving him all that money, deservedly over his career, but
right
at the tailspin of his career, he's going at the end of his career, and he's injury prone. Every time that he's gone deeper to the playoffs, I would not trust that at all. There was no way that I would give up Ariza. But anyway, DeAnthony Melton from USC and hold on, and Vincent Edwards from Purdue. There were both second round picks, but the 46th and the 52nd pick. Look, I don't know. I mean, you know, the Thunder picked up a lot of second round picks. I think they picked up 2 or 3 of them. So, but we don't know if those are going to pan out, and you can't say that these guys are going to pan out for Houston. So I don't know, man. Like I said, they get a fail for me. You know what I'm saying? I get a fail for me. But again, the Lakers have the potential. I mean, look, they got Ingram. Everybody wants Ingram because they see the upside of him. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got, how you pronounce his name? 100 Kuzma? I can't say his name probably.
Oh, Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuzma.
Yeah, we got Kuzma. We got Kuzma. Random, we can give him a deal unrestricted.
Well, they're already offering him a deal.
So I think he thought until we gave him what you call it. It's just a little something negotiated. That's what you do. For a restricted free agent, you got to think you put you know what I'm saying. So when the team, like let's say he's supposed to, he thought he was going probably to Dallas Dallas.
You're breaking up 100.
Yeah, people said he was probably going to Dallas. Still breaking up.
You're botting.
I'm still breaking up.
You sound all right now. Go ahead.
Oh, yo, husband. You're coming back in.
All right, you gonna come back up.
All right. No, huh?
Yeah, you botting. You are botting. Yeah, you botting bad.
I can't hear myself.
What, baby?
You botting bad. You botting bad. Anyway, so you go ahead and try to fix that, man. So we gotta fix that. Anyway, so if they got young pieces, but again, for you to want to have LeBron to come up there, you want to have Kawhi come up there. That having Kawhi come up there, and he's not going to come up there this year. The Spurs is not desperate enough. And besides that, the Lakers don't have enough pieces. If they could include Ingram or some picks in there, that to me it would be fool's gold for them to go ahead and get rid of Kawhi, even though Kawhi want to leave. You know what I'm saying? They could do the same thing that the Thunder did with Paul George and say, hey, look, try to convince you that, look, you've won championships here. You've been to the finals with this team. This team is capable. You can play with anybody. All we have to do is just fix a couple of pieces, agent pieces that we have, take them in. We know that we draft well, and just build for the future because you're the part of the future. Now, I don't know. Kawhi's on another thing. You know what I'm saying? 100 said that he was hearing rumors about, like, Kawhi Leonard may not be that type of guy to worry about the money because he still drives an old pickup and stuff like that. Don't know. And then hearing about that he got an uncle or some kind of family member that wants him to come to LA. So, those things can be a lot more to him. And so he could come next year, but to just trade him off would be horrible, because then what you're doing is that you're sacrificing your team not being relevant for a long time in the Spurs, and letting the potential of the Lakers becoming a super team on the same Western Conference. That just don't make any sense. The best thing for him to do is to go to the East and trade him. If you're going to trade him to the East. Boston has all those assets. You could get some things back. You might try to get Kyrie. Don't know if you really want Kyrie, but you could at least try to get Hayward. You could get some picks. You could get one of those young thoroughbreds out there besides Tatum, because there's no way that Boston's going to get rid of Tatum.
Oh, heck no. Yeah, no, they'll never get rid of him. No.
Yeah. And then also you also have Philly that has, I think, Boston has the most to offer, but Philly has the more upside, I think, than everybody in the sense of trying to get Kyrie and LeBron to get out there and make a super team in the East. So I don't know, man. I really just don't see them actually giving the Lakers what they want for a little bit of nothing, because the Lakers just don't have. I mean, Randall's a good player, but he's, you know what I'm saying, but Ingram is the best player on that team. And that's who you would want to get rid of, to trade for your best player on the team. So I just don't. I hope the Spurs don't fall for the trap, man.
Well, to me, the thing about it to me, KMEGA, is like this. Okay, San Antonio is not a dumb franchise for number one. Okay, they have never ever been dumb, and they ain't gonna never start being dumb either. If the Lakers want him that bad, they might just have to give up the whole doggone team. And I'm talking about, I'm talking about the power forward, Ingram. They might have to give up a lot of people for him. Now I just don't see San Antonio really just doing that just to get rid of him. So Kyrie, so he might just have to play one more year, and they don't have to trade him. And they don't have to trade him. Huh?
I would play the contract.
Right. I just played a contract like I should have. I mean, like the Thunder should have played Harden's contract when they had him.
Right. That came out to be a big fail for the Thunder to trade him. It was at first I was all in agreement with it because I liked him, because I thought you could have Ibaka and have that defensive. I can hear it background. You gotta turn it down.
Okay, then turn it down.
Yeah, you gotta turn it down a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so you can actually turn it. So in a sense, It was a fail because I was in agreement of like, I mean, you know, Hart, if he wants to play hardball, if he wants to kind of hold out the Thunder or whatever, then go ahead and trade him and get rid of him. And then it comes out to look at how you see what happened. It wasn't a good look for Presti on that one. So, but he made up for it for having Paul George. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So, but I don't know, man. Another, who else was another winner in the free agency? I think was the Mavs. I think the Mavs getting DeAndre Jordan. There was something that they was trying to do back in the days, and it just didn't happen because of Griffin and them holding them hostage basically. And
right.
Then so he changed his mind and stayed there.
Yeah, that's
true. Hear me now?
You know what, Mega? I don't know about DeAndre Jordan. I really don't. I'm not gonna say tell you a lot. I mean, I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's a good.
Chuck, you got to turn it down, man. You're echoing now.
Okay, wait a second. Turn it.
Because we can hear you through. Yeah. So anyway, 100. Finish what you was gonna say.
Yeah, like with Randall.
Yeah.
When DeAndre Jordan did what he did, he messed that up probably for him. So, you know, my thing is he a beast, but he kind of OP sometimes. He's learning it. He's learning the thing. But if we don't get nobody, I'll go resign him and I keep the young thoroughbreds.
Well, I mean,
we got the option.
I mean, the Lakers are going to get somebody, but I don't think. But you know what I'm saying? I think it's, you know, Magic Johnson said that it was make or break after next year or whatever.
Yeah. Like next year, you can get Kawhi. Any team really Kawhi gets traded to, it's going to be a one and done. You're renting him. Now I know people saying that Boston has the assets and all that. Well, if they win a championship with him, would he stay? If Kawhi goes in there, to me, it's like you mixing up the mix. You know, and Danny Ainge came out and said, we don't really need to go trade for nobody, like the team that they have. Look what they did last year. Then you get you get your two boys back, Hayward and you know what I'm saying, and Kyrie back. I wouldn't give up nothing. So if Popovich is kind of being stubborn right now, but the more that he waits, the more the value goes down on him. If he do, you know, he said he's not resigning with you. He told you, you know, Pop messed that up for letting them boys talk about him last year. Well, this injury and it was mixed diagnosed and all that other stuff. I blame Pop because Pop could have nipped it in the butt. Like, y'all be quiet. He ain't everybody's different. I can break my leg and Mega can break his leg, but I might heal faster than him. I might can be back in 4 weeks. That's why you see when they give you something, or they be back 4 to 6 months, because somebody can probably come back, or it's quicker. You know what I'm saying? They force themselves and their recovery. But you know, I don't see no doom and gloom over here in Lakeland. You know.
Well, I mean, you guys. I mean, come on. The Lakers want to be. They want to be back up in the fold. They want to be back to where they're at least getting in the playoffs and making a run. I mean, they made some bad decisions. I mean, Magic has came in here and done a little bit of something. But again, it's. I mean, you can't. Kawhi Leonard is going to look like that certain piece that they're going to get. I give it an 80% probability that they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they're going to have to be a Paul George situation. But I mean, get LeBron. I don't think that's going to happen, especially not this year.
Well, who LeBron going to then? You think he's going to go back? Why everybody think he's going back to Cleveland?
Well, the smart money.
Made more money. He would have made. He ain't. LeBron has not signed. LeBron been signing these 2-year deals, just like what's called been signing 2-year deals, just like Durant just did. Michael Jordan did that at the end of his career. It's usually a 1-year deal with a player option with a no trade clause. So why would he got more money this year and then he would have been a free agent next year. Then if he wanted to go somewhere else, he could have went somewhere. Because just because he probably like the 76ers. The 76ers ain't gonna make them no champion. They can't beat no Golden State Warriors.
Oh man,
and what I'm hearing,
if they got LeBron,
no.
they got Embiid, they got Simmons. That right there,
what I heard,
LeBron would be sick.
It's a rumor on the street right now that Dwight Howard might be replacing JaVale McGee if he gets bought out.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that. Dwight Howard is not the same player though. He's not even the Lakers Dwight Howard.
Yeah,
he's a shell of himself. But he
can replace McGee.
Yeah, he's a better player than McGee. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, look. I don't know, man.
Is McGee a free agent?
Yeah. McGee is a free agent. 5 teams is looking at McGee right now.
He a person. McGee is a person that can guard that rim. Everybody need a rim guarder. I don't care what team you need a rim guarder. That's something that Cleveland did not have last year. They didn't have nobody to protect that rim, and people was blowing by them because they was doing it. People just pick and rolling them, and nobody wasn't picking up the slasher.
Hell, I think that's coaching fault too. Hell, shit, they had big guys. They didn't have a Thompson ain't been the same since he been messing with Chloe. He ain't been the same. He comes through when he feel like coming through. He worrying about, you know what I'm saying, having this little menage a trois and stuff. Like his head wasn't in it until, and the people gotta understand it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to keep on that momentum, like you going to the finals and you're doing that every year and all the time. You gotta have that mental fortitude.
Okay. And I was going back to what I was talking about with another winner was Dallas, because not only Dallas has got Jordan, but they also got some strong draft picks in the draft. I'm picking up that guy, what's his name, Luka. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Jalen Bronson, you got Ray Spalding, and you got and I don't know how Apatupo, I can't say that shit properly, you know what I'm saying, but he's the Greek Freak's younger brother. Yeah. So we don't know how he's going to pan out, or even Spalding, but
he didn't even get drafted. They picked him up off of. They even drafted.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying he's still part of the Mavs. So I mean, that's still, we don't know how he's going to play out. But picking up Luka, that's going to be the replacement for Dirk, and you still have Dirk.
Hey man, Dirk need to take that fine ass wife that he got. Man. Go make some babies. Go in the front office, and because to me, you stunting their growth.
No, how's he stunting his growth?
Because he's still acting like Ginobili and Parker. Go somewhere and go sit down somewhere. It's over.
Oh my God.
Go. Matter of fact, go play in the Big Three. Go play in the Big Three.
You think it's over for him?
Dirk ain't playing 48 minutes. Dirk playing 25 minutes.
Dirk's in here playing as a role player with his sweat shot. Like, he still can play. Like, that's dangerous. Plus, you got Harrison Barnes. You still got Berea.
Harrison Barnes is a shell of himself since he been up this in Golden State.
Jr. That's what I'm saying. You got that point guard.
Let them play. You think about look at that $5 million that he just took. Look at that $5 million he didn't took. You could have took that $5 million and go got another role player.
Okay, I think you got to watch out for the Mavs. I think the Mavs is closer than a lot of people may think. And also Denver too. I think Denver made a good pick by picking up the kid from Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's got that injury. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was watching the draft, a lot of Knicks fans was upset because they didn't pick up Porter, but they picked up Knox. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, they were saying at the draft that they were all kind of similar players, except that Porter is a much more well-rounded player than Knox, because Knox is still a little raw. But those injuries, I mean, the Knicks still needs to find something to win right now. But again, I think that Denver and the Mavs, they did some solid moves. And I think that, you know, they can actually fight to get up there and to get to that 5th seed, that 4th, 5th seed in the West.
Who picked up that old boy? Who picked that old boy? That white guy from Villanova? Because I was very shocked that he could go early.
From Villanova.
I'm gonna put it this way.
What team?
In the last, what team you talk? Yeah, for Villanova.
Yeah,
Villanova had a bunch of seniors. They went off the board because they had a bunch of seniors. They went off the board quick.
But I mean, I'm just saying, I was very shocked that he went off the board late.
A lot of them went off the board late because of medicals. Old boy fell to Denver because of the medicals. People had him as the best player.
Yeah, they had him as Porter as the best player, but he just, you know what I'm saying, that injury. And then he had another injury, and then he kind of didn't really disclose it, and so everybody was like, I kind of just gonna get to it. I'm happy for my OU brethren, you know what I'm saying, OKC born native, you know what I'm saying, Trae Young getting out there to Atlanta, but again, you know what I'm saying, I mean,
that's Siberia.
It is. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta is just not a really good basketball town, even though you can go back to the history of Dominique Wilkins and all them. I kind of hate that, but
Atlanta's a big market, isn't it?
What?
Is Atlanta a big market?
Yeah,
it's a big market. That's what TNT and them at.
Yeah, but people don't go out and support that team like they supposed
because
to.
it ain't been.
Yeah.
Atlanta was cool a few years back when they had a Horford in them. They came out. But they're more a baseball town. They're more Atlanta Braves town more than a Hawks town. They also, like I say, the Braves had 2 stadiums in the last decade, and Atlanta just got one.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like Schroeder don't want to come back. They got money. So the thing about it is Atlanta can put a team together with somebody want a bad contract. Because I heard they might want to take Dane's contract from us. They can assort bad contracts if they want to and try to put you. Remember, they're in the East. You could be under 500 to get in the playoffs. In the East.
I forgot the Lakers are.
Well, the East is getting better. Dane's contract
because Dane's contract is real big.
Yeah, the East is getting a little bit better. I mean, it's you got more teams that can compete. I mean, I was thinking Toronto was going to be that team, but then they absolutely collapsed. I think that they need to gut that team and kind of start over, and especially getting rid of the coach. I mean, that wasn't. I know the coach made a questionable call on sitting DeRozan, but he wasn't hitting nothing. And so, therefore, I don't know, man. I just maybe that combination between Lowry and DeRozan isn't working. They signed Ibaka to a crazy ass deal. That was too much money in my opinion. And so we don't know what's up with Toronto, but the Wizards, they'll get better. They'll get a little bit, especially since they got rid of Gortat. That was another team to me. The Clippers, who was another loser, because not only they lose DeAndre Jordan, they still got Lou Williams. That's good, but he ain't got too much help. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that they picked up those rookies in the draft, Alexander and Robinson, but. You trade Austin Rivers. You know what I'm saying?
But that's because what's who they traded for when they traded Chris Paul for in that deal. I forgot they got a point guard, but he got hurt last year. I can't think of. They was talking about him on NBA TV.
I think that was a good move to get rid of Austin Rivers. I think he was a cancer to that team.
No.
Austin was balling the second half of the season.
Oh, was he?
Balling. Yeah, he played pretty good.
Yeah, so I think that's for him coming off the bench for the Wizards. I think that's going to be a better situation for him. Now, the only thing the Wizards really need is a solid center. You know what I'm saying, or athletic power forward. You know what I'm saying, that can hold up the paint. They can be all right. They can be solid because you got John Wall, you got Bill, you got Porter. You got a solid starting team. You just got to work on that bench, and you get Austin Rivers on there. That can help him to be maybe a contender for the Sixth Man of the Year award. So I mean, the Clippers I don't know, man. I like Patrick Beverly, even though I don't like him for what he did to Russell back those couple of years ago. But I mean, he's a great defender, gets an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But where they failed, I thought what they needed to try to do was get rid of that Gallinari contract because he ain't did shit for the Clippers. He's been doing nothing but just collecting cash. So but maybe they couldn't get him. And I like Tobias Harris, but you know what I'm saying, again, I don't know, man. The Clippers to me is still in rebuilding mode. You know what I'm saying? And they got rid of all their good talent, and then they had to go Todd. They're going to be they dropped from maybe a team that could maybe be in the top 10 to probably might be looking for a first round pick, in my opinion, next season.
Will be in the lottery. It could be in the lottery.
It would be a lottery team. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We still got to find out about what's going on with Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, I think they did good. I think that they, not so much of a winner nor a loser, but they kept Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose came to show out in the playoffs. And you know what I'm saying? Now if they could just
but they got to go try to sign Crawford.
Yeah.
Back. He's a free agent.
Yeah, but
what if he I heard he got sons and maybe trying to go to Golden State.
Oh man, you know what? Well, we know Golden State's gonna still be doing their thing, man.
But you know that's when you make a super team. You got the assassins for hire. So you got people like Crawford that have played all these years. You know what I'm saying? And you can make a spot for them. You can get rid of. Thing about it, if people don't understand, second round draft picks, they don't count against the cap. So you can just drop them if you want to.
Yeah.
Unless you say it's guaranteed, or you can guarantee it, but you can still like send them home like we send Dang home. Cause my thing is Dang should be playing if I'm paying you.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking. But what do Dang contract look like? I mean, I know they're trying to get rid of.
He get paid like 15, 16 million dollars.
It's a big ass contract.
And I don't know what Mitch was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Thank Brooklyn. Brooklyn took that big contract, that center. That I don't know. Mitch loved that dude because they traded for him again.
Well, I'm glad to see Swiss taking over now. So that was the big thing that they could have done was get rid of his ass.
Oh yeah, but big shout out to you, Builder. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We go over here trying to do this thing. I mean, I wish the whole crew could have been here so we can all get different personalities to talk about the sports stuff. But we can just making it do what we do, man. Go enjoy watching Weapon Wheel. Please come check us out later. You know what I'm saying? We see Alex over here. You know what I'm saying? Talking about his mix. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to KFO. You know what I'm saying? To Mr. Keema, you know, Sinister, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for checking us out right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just talking about the winners. I think another winner, a definite winner, is the Phoenix Suns. For all the talent that they got, all the young talent that they got, and then they added a reason to that team, a vet, plus the number one pick, that monster that's going to be underneath, you know what I'm saying, defending, man. You know what I'm saying?
Boy from Arizona.
Oh man, he's a monster.
Man, I'm put this way. I watched him. You know, he in the Pac-12. I watched him. I see him. I think I saw him 3 times this year against my UCLA.
Yeah.
He sometimes he plays when he want to play. Sometimes he don't.
He
got a skill set. His skill set kind of thinks me of a B. Like I said, but say they get on a losing streak or something, are you gonna come to play? Or you gonna play like I say, Booker? You know, they gonna have to do something to win because Booker gonna be a free agent next year.
Yeah, but they're gonna lock Booker down. He's gonna be probably the face, most likely the face of the Suns. Man, the way that boy played, that would be a fool to let him go. Booker is a monster.
Who you talking about, Mega?
Booker from the Phoenix Suns. That little kid he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? He's up and coming, man. He's a star. You know what I'm saying? You don't let stars go. Plus, you know what I'm saying? They got. I forgot that they got Mikal Bridges. You know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges is legit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people don't know that's one of the dudes from Villanova. He was one of the stars from Villanova. I'm trying to think, was he the guy that hit the game-winning shot against Carolina for the national championship a couple of years ago? I can't remember if that was him or not. But anyway, yeah, no, he's legit. He'll be a good player to play under. Man, they have a lot of good young talent. Plus, I mean, Alex Lynn, even though he's a free agent, I think that they're going to still keep him. You know what I'm saying? You still got Josh Jackson, dude jumps out of the gym. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Knight is still a good player. You know what I'm saying? I like TJ Warren. They got a lot of good players out there, man. They got a lot of players.
They got a lot of players on defense. A reason teach them how to play some defense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got a reason. That's going to be all right. They're going to be all right. I think that team is going to be a very exciting team to watch. It's just that they all got to gel, and they're going to cause a lot of teams a lot of problems, man, with that youth. Sacramento, man, they lost because they Sacramento right now. I hate that because I used to be a big Sacramento fan. Back that was when they had White Chocolate. That was when they had, and then they had Bibby. You know what I'm saying? Chris Webber and them. They haven't been nothing since then after that. So yeah, they just, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I'm saying? They can get Marvin Bagley up the third all they want to. That still isn't going to help that roster. They need a strong veteran to help them. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, they should have. I know that they had to probably get rid of Boogie, but I don't know, man. That they were a lot more formidable when they had Boogie, in my opinion. Portland, you know what I'm saying? I heard that they got the player from the Nets that was traded from the Sixers, Sakalkis. I think that's how you say his name. Dude that can shoot. That's another shooter for Portland. I guess Portland's trying to go the route with Golden State, trying to have, but they don't have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got McCullough and you also got Leonard, but you know what I'm saying? You don't have no big guys. You don't have a Draymond Green, and you damn sure don't have a KD. So to me, I think they're still in the same position of being a team that's going to play real well through the season, but once it gets to the playoffs, they're just not. They're not going to show improvement. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, what's called this kind of sending cryptic messages littered. Like he may want out.
Really?
Yeah. Because you see, they always get close to the promised land. Like, and then they got swept this year.
I know, they got swept. Yeah, they got destroyed.
Yeah. So that's a bad taste. And you know what? Portland's a nice city to live in. It looks beautiful and everything. They need to spend some money. You know, the only person that's really getting paid is Lillard and I think what's called finna get paid is little side. But see, they need to find another they need to bring like a superstar to them. Like, you know, Portland's another team ain't really been nothing since what? Clyde Drexler and them.
Well, they had they had a potential to be really good, but Olden didn't pan out because he was hurt, and when Brandon Roy got hurt, that changed everything. Remember, they were legit with Brandon Roy, and then once they brought Olden in, you was like, oh, these dudes are going to be something fierce. And then, you know, saying Roy got hurt, and then that changed everything for them. So,
you know what I'm saying? But my thing with Portland punishing that Crab go, it was a bunch of them. They should have let go. I know, but they didn't want to pay him. Nicholas Batum, he worked great with him. Like they gelled with each other. When it was time for them to get paid, they didn't want to pay him. They wanted to go. They got paid.
Yep, that's it. I mean, you're looking at the roster. You got Evan Turner. He's a good player, but I mean, you know, what how you say Aminu? I can't say his name.
Aminu.
Yeah, Aminu, whatever it says his name. He's up and down, man. He has all this potential. He's long, he's linky, but he hasn't panned out to be the player that a lot of people thought he was. I like Maurice Harkless, you know what I'm saying, that came from because he used to play for the Orlando Magic. He's a good defensive player, but he's still, you know what I'm saying, he's still not a player that you can depend on coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Myers Leonard, you know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of guys. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at their roster right now. It's just a bunch of guys. So you know what I'm saying, they do need to add something better. I know that they got Trent Jr. We don't know how he's going to pan out. Anthony Simmons. That might be a good player for him, but they look like they're getting a whole bunch of shooters, like I said, to try to kind of match up with Golden State. And don't know, man. I don't think that's going to work because you got to have a solid person in the middle. I think that's why another reason the Thunder has an advantage, because the Thunder has one of the best centers in the league. You know what I'm saying? You got one of the best pick and roll centers in the league. And Adams, and if Howard would come to Golden State, which we all know Golden State's still going to get to the West, going to win the West. But, you know what I'm saying? Adams has had Howard's lunch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I don't know, man. You got to get a big man. I think they should have got a big man instead of getting more shooters. in my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to give Portland a definite L. They need big men. So maybe they still do something in the free agency. So we'll see. But it's like you said, they don't like to spend a lot of money. Who else? Boston's winning. It don't matter who Boston adds to that. Boston's just winning. You know what I'm saying? Because they could trade assets. They can keep their players and they can still be dominant and get the West. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have Hayward coming back. You're gonna have Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask you guys this question: with Kyrie and you was hearing the rumors that he was healthy enough to play in that Game 7, but chose not to. Would you be kind of reluctant to keep him, or would you try to go and try to let him go?
Let who go?
Kyrie Irving.
If I can get a deal, okay. If I can get a deal for him, perfect. I'll send him back home. I'll send him back home to New York. I'll talk to New York. I know you don't want to do it in your same division or something like that. I'll talk to the Clippers. Clippers have some assets.
Who would you trade? Who would you trade in New York? Because you know New York is not going to get rid of Porzingis. I mean, you can't get.
I want picks. I really want picks. I want aspiring.
He's the new dirt.
I want aspiring contract. Yeah, I want aspiring. I want aspiring contracts. If you got them, and give me some draft picks.
I mean, who you talking about, Bone?
For Kyrie Irving.
Man, who you think?
I don't need nobody. Just give me aspiring contracts. I'll take a big load. Give me 2 of these people that you got off the bench that I think they can help me. Or I can go develop in it. I can go develop in the G League.
But the big thing with him is
give me 2 first. Give me 2 first rounders and 2 seconds. You can have him.
But when he's
contract, because he's only got 1 year left on his contract though.
But then he's from New York.
I know.
He's from New York.
I mean, you can try to make that trade, but I mean,
you can actually tell him you can sign and trade him now. You really? You can super max him now, but he wouldn't want to be super max because he'll make more money next year because the cap goes up again.
Look,
so they'll get more money. So you'll let New York super max.
Courtney Lee, man, why you out here tripping, man? Courtney Lee, get out of here with that. You got to look for somebody like Emmanuel Monday. I'm looking at their roster right now, man. The only person that I mean, I like Tim Hardaway Jr.
I like him. He can shoot, but
and I love to take some answer. But you know what I'm saying. But they don't need a center when they got Horford. So and then they just signed Cantor. So that you wouldn't want to commit to that. I mean, but the only thing you can look at is that you got Manuel Monday, that other kid Frank Nicolika, however you say his name. Maybe, but they don't have enough assets to me for them to make that trade. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't see it.
But you want draft picks. That's what they didn't get a whole bunch back from Brooklyn when they traded 2 of the big 3. They got assets. That's how they got all these draft picks. They acquired assets. Now they didn't come right away, so you don't have to. They can say I can give you my 2020 pick. I can keep my next year's.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but I mean look, and that's cool for Boston. I mean Boston's still going to win regardless. But I mean, you're talking about Kyrie Irving. We're talking about a person that is potentially
injury prone.
Yeah, he is injury prone, but he also is a potential. To me, he should have won the MVP for that finals for busting out Curry on that to getting that 3. Now I know LeBron blocked that shot, but Kyrie daggered their ass for the finals. So you talk about a dude that's when he is healthy, he's got the best handles. He got some of the best handles in the league. You know what I'm saying? He goes to the basket, do what he wants to. He got a shot. He can play a little defense. You know what I'm saying? He's not all that great on defense, but he's still formidable. One of the best point guards in the league. So you got to give me more than Courtney Lee and Joakim Noah. That ain't happening, Jack. That ain't happening.
I just want aspiring contracts. So if they aspire, if I decide to get rid of them, I can buy you out. I don't need you. Because I think they got Baines back. They re-signed Baines last night.
Well, my whole thing about it like this with Kyrie Irving is the fact that when he went out the playoffs, when he didn't play in the playoffs, old boy showed out. He showed out, so they let him know, and he don't want to come around you know, he don't want to resign with Boston. He don't want to resign with Boston. So Boston got an option. Boston got a real good option. Old boy showed his ass in the playoffs. So really, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I mean, do you think that this kid is almost better than Kyrie Irving or what?
No, not even close.
I think it's a system. I think it's system.
Yeah, I believe
they got a system.
No, not with
they
Kyrie.
Got a system. They got a system.
Not with Kyrie though.
Yeah. No, Boston got a system that works.
Boston got one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah, like I say, he got them boys. They don't think nobody better than nobody.
That was a great pickup. Great pickup.
Yeah.
But again, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Kyrie versus what the Knicks have, and the Knicks just doesn't have enough.
Well, you don't even have to send him to the. You don't have to send him to the Knicks because he's gonna be just like what's called it. You're gonna be a free agent next year, so you might be a one and done. So you go find a team that you can go gut for some assets if you want to trade them.
Well, like I said, I would keep those guys right up until around February of next year. Hey, I mean not until February. I mean I'm gonna like until the deadline for next year, and I might just get rid of them then if they don't want to play. But I do think that I think Kyrie Leonard will be going to the Lakers. I don't know when, or I never did think about this too. Or LeBron might go to San Antonio.
No, LeBron is not going to those.
The San Antonio don't have a salary cap. They have to dump somebody.
Yeah, they got to dump, and then they got to do some trading. That's not happening. It's just like
trade though. They only in Russell.
No, they got Aldridge. That's a max player, and then Kyrie is Leonard still is a max player. He's on a max player. He's making 25 million. So how you gonna fit LeBron in there?
Unless they want to go the electric tax, they can do it.
They go to where? I mean, who they gonna trade really? Then you pay you pay Gasol all that money. Gasol makes $14-15 million.
Yeah, I forgot all about Paul Gasol. Darn, forgot all about his old ass.
Yeah.
Or better yet, well, he just come to Oklahoma.
Who? LeBron? I mean, look. There, of course, there's been a bunch of like rumors out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it is out everywhere else because LeBron's wife was out here looking at schools.
And come to find out she wasn't.
She wasn't. Yeah, that was a big rumor. But then of course you see that LeBron was at this party that was out here in OKC, with Paul George and them. I mean, look, if you really wanted to break it down by looking at what would be the best options to beat Golden State and where LeBron should go, OKC would be right there with Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact of it is that you have to get rid of you would have to get rid of Steven Adams. And to me, I would not, you know what I'm saying, as dope as LeBron is, LeBron's the best player in the league. I don't want to get rid of the big Kiwi. I just don't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The team would be formidable. They'd be great. You know what I'm saying? But you would have to get rid of your best defensive player and one of the best wing defensive players in the league in Robertson, and you get rid of Big Kiwi. No, they keep that.
I agree with you on that. I mean, I agree with you on that. I mean, because Robinson, I mean, when people don't look at this, right there before Robinson got hurt, really the Thunder was putting everything together. I mean, they were putting everything together before he got hurt. And with him and George and the way they complement each other on the defensive end, that was like gravy between them two.
Right,
but he got hurt. Oklahoma was really kind of rolling.
Well, yeah, but they were starting a winning streak. They were actually starting to gel, and everything was working perfectly. But it just, he got hurt, and then everything went back into shambles, and the defense got exposed. And again, now look, the only way that they could actually try to pull to get LeBron, you know what I'm saying, without getting rid of Adams, is if you get rid of Carmelo. And I wouldn't see Carmelo wanting to open his trade clause to go to another team when you know that LeBron is going to come, because that means you solidify that team probably being the biggest, the best competition that the Golden State Warriors is going to have. You're going to have Russell, you have Paul George, you have LeBron, you have Adams, and then you got Venus. You got a pretty good bench. You'll add some other players just because they want to jump on the league salary to where they want to jump in and try to get on that ring bandwagon, and that would be the team to beat. You know what I'm saying? Next to have the best chance to beat Golden State. But to me, it would be Houston. They'll probably be the best option. They could try to unload their Anderson contract, maybe Gordon, and they could probably still keep Capella. You know what I'm saying? And then Harden, and then you have Chris Paul. But Chris Paul's contract is so big that hurts them as well. And then, I mean, Philly and Boston, and I don't see, you know what I'm saying, just because KD went out there and did that fraudulent shit by going to Golden State to the team to beat them and all that, I don't see KD going to Boston. You know what I'm saying? He's got long history with Boston where he likes to beat them and where he's lost to them. I don't see KD going to Boston, so Philly is the best place for him. The Lakers is not ready for him yet.
So you think LeBron need to go to Philly?
I say LeBron should go to Philly. If LeBron's going to leave anywhere, Philly is the best place for him to go. Next to me, Houston. Like I said,
Houston can't afford him.
But they can't.
Because What's just took that Supermax.
That's what I'm saying. So
Chris Paul took the Supermax. So.
That's why I say Houston is the biggest fail of this free agency so far for me, because of the fact that they signed Chris Paul to that huge contract. I mean, Chris Paul is fantastic, but he cannot stay out of injuries later on in the playoffs. He just can't. So it just ain't going to happen. So it's just not going to happen, man.
Yeah.
So I think
the Philly thing is, to me, that's what you call it. That's Embiid and old boy team. They got to go find some more shooters, because JJ is a free agent, and they paid JJ a lot of money last year. So if JJ gonna go back and take a little,
for him to get a chance to get a ring, I think JJ could, because how old is JJ? Maybe 32, 33. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get the super max like he did. So I think that he could get he would come in to be a serviceable player and still, because they still got a lot of cap room, because they got all those young players under rookie contract. And they got assets. So that would be good for Cleveland to get a couple of picks. You get rid of Fultz. You get rid of a couple other pieces and some picks, and then you can get LeBron, and then you straight.
Well, who gonna take folks? Who's gonna take them?
Oh, Cleveland take folks, and then you got to try to make that a 2 or 3 rate.
So you think LeBron would, if LeBron was gonna do, if there's gonna be a signing trade, that's how Houston got out the game. Because for him to play for Houston, it would have had to be a signing trade. He would have opted in that 1 year, like Chris Paul opted in that year. It would have to be something like that. Right. I don't think I don't want nothing from y'all. I don't think Cleveland is going to help anybody in the East. I don't think Cleveland going to do that. Cleveland not going to, just like nobody's going to want to help the Lakers.
Cleveland knows, but see, this is the thing. Cleveland knows that they have to rebuild. They have.
Who they going to go take? Who they going to take? They got Sexton, so that's they already got a point guard. They don't need folks.
They don't need folks, but they could. That's what I was going to say. They could do a 3-way trade to where they can make the package deal. Like, let's say that they could do a 3-way deal, because the actual player that they really want is Kemba Walker. So you can see here, you can package in Sexton or Fultz, some of those picks that you get, and another player to go go out there to Kemba Walker is to the Hornets. And then you can go, and then you can get Kemba Walker, who they actually want, and then LeBron can go out there to just gotta match the incomes of the players, and then I think everything will be all right, because picks is going to matter to more so for Cleveland for the future, and having some good young players to fill in for their agent, for their contracts out there for the Hornets would complement them as well. So it could work. It could work. I mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't see it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would try that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because LeBron.
I think it's too much black blood with LeBron. Old boy ain't there no more. That old GM ain't there no more. It's a new GM.
Yeah. So
it's a new GM. And then why the Cleveland can negotiate without the Sixers, they can go get Kimbo on their own.
Yeah, I mean they could, but it's just Cleveland's in a bad situation because Cleveland there's only a few assets that Cleveland has that they can get rid of. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, let me go look right now. Okay, look at Cleveland. Okay, they picked up Sexton, which is a good player. He's gonna be solid. You know what I'm saying? So but then you got Jordan Clarkson. You could try to get rid of him. You got George Hill. There's only going to be a few teams that want him. You got Kyle Korver. There'll be a few teams that might want him, but it ain't going to be a lot of money. Kevin Love is the player that everybody's going to want out of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't really going to want Larry Nance Jr. Nobody don't want J.R. Smith, especially how he fucked what's called how he got swept. So yeah, they ain't nobody gonna want J.R. Smith. Tristan Thomas, you were just saying that earlier that. You know what I'm saying? His head ain't in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's too hot-headed sometimes. So then you got Orko White, you got Zinke. These people don't even see no bench. And then you got my boy Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna want him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. They don't have enough to offer. You know what I'm saying? Now that what they can do, because they have free agents, they can re-sign Rodney Hood. And then they could re-sign Rodney Hood, and they could probably re-sign maybe like a Jeff Green.
So that's if you want to re-sign.
That's why if they want to sign and trade them, and then trade them with Kevin Love, and then you could definitely do some. You could definitely do something with that. But other than that, I mean, if players don't want to be traded, then I don't know.
Is Hood a free agent?
Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent.
He ain't going back.
No, he's a restricted free agent.
He ain't going back.
So you know, so it is what it is, man. So I don't know.
Because I don't know what happened to him, but I mean, all of a sudden, you know, he just got lost he just got lost. I mean,
and after you look at this team,
he was hitting like nothing.
Right, and after you look at this, if you look at this roster for Cleveland, like if I was LeBron, I wouldn't want to stay there either. I already got the land to ring. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. I would rather, you know, look, this is gonna sound crazy, but if he can't go to Philly, and I don't see LeBron going to Boston, I would try to. If I was LeBron, I would try to look at Detroit. They got some good players there. They got a star, Blake Griffin. You know what I'm saying? You got Reggie Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got some good players out there. You got Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they got a squad. They got some players out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you got Stanley Johnson. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You put a LeBron in there, they could do a little trade, get rid of a couple of players, like maybe you know what I'm saying? Get some of the young players and maybe some picks. You'd be all right.
Yeah, man. So, dude, I'm all about Detroit, man.
You know what I'm saying? I know. I'm just saying Detroit in a sense of it. But if you put LeBron with Detroit, wouldn't Detroit be a better team than Cleveland with LeBron at Cleveland?
Oh, heck yeah.
Tell me I'm lying.
No, you ain't lying.
Tell me I'm lying. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, I mean, so another winner. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up here pretty soon. Another winner to me on the Eastern Conference was the Pacers. The Pacers is making some big moves right now, man. Not only they picked up Aaron Holiday, which is
that's my boy from UCLA. That's the Holiday brother. That's
the Holiday brothers. There's three brothers.
And I think he's gonna be out of all of them. I think he's gonna be the best because he a dog. He a hog.
I don't know, man. I love Holiday on the Pelicans. Like that's my boy right there. Like
him and Oladipo. Yeah, him and Oladipo gonna work together.
Oh yeah, they're gonna work together real good. Like he's gonna come off the bench at first, but then they also got they got Lee Johnson. I gotta look and see where he's at. What school he went to? He went to Missouri State. He was the 50th pick. We'll see if he pans out. But you definitely getting Holiday was dope. But just who they have on their roster right now, like they dope. Victor Oladipo is a star. You know what I'm saying? You got Sabonis. Miles Turner is a beast underneath. You know what I'm saying? You got TJ Leaf. Al Jefferson, he's old. So, you know what I'm saying? You got Darren Collison. People don't understand, like Darren Collison, he might still be the starter, but I think that Holiday is going to take his spot somewhere down.
Holiday is more like a shooting guard, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, well,
he can be a backup. It's like he'll. I wouldn't say if you. Yeah, like if you do play point, he'll come play point when Collison's not in the game. He can play it, but he's more like a shooting guard. He's more like more like a Lillard. And he only 6 feet.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So the only thing that really, I mean, they pretty solid. Like, and I mean, I was looking at their free agents. I mean, like Glenn Robinson. He did Lance Stevenson.
Let him go.
You know what I'm saying? He's unrestricted. We'll see what they do. We got Thaddeus Young, player option. I would let Thaddeus go, and I would try to pursue somebody else because I think they still got a little bit of money in the cap. So they're going to be all right. Yeah, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. I think they're definite winners. Miami, it's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get no draft picks.
Miami,
man. I mean, the Bucks is going to be interesting.
Or wasn't it Whiteside? Able to learn.
Let's see. I'll go to their free agencies. You got Luke Babbitt. You got Wayne Ellington. You got Haslam. I don't know how Haslam is still in the league. Haslam been in the league for 50 years. Derek Jones. Okay, Dwayne Wade is staying. Everybody knows that. You got Derek Walton. No, they fine. They already signed. They got Whiteside for a while, you know what I'm saying? And Justice Winslow, he's got to step his game up this year because last year he wasn't all that great. You got Kelly Olynyk, you know, so you got Dragic, of course. You know what I'm saying? Josh Richardson, you know what I'm saying, from Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying, played out here at Edmond. Represent. And then you got Deion Waiters. Now that was one player that I hated that left OKC because I did like Waiters. But you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him doing big things out there in Miami. But again, Miami's kind of like in limbo. Milwaukee is very intriguing. It's interesting to me because you have Guinness. You got well, he fell off. Brandon Jennings fell off, but you still got Middleton. I like Middleton. You got Eric Bledsoe.
I like Eric Bledsoe.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got John Henson. You got Tony Snell. You know what I'm saying? He's a good defender. You know what I'm saying? He's a 3-and-D guy. You know what I'm saying? You got Tyler Zeller. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those, glue guys that just comes in and plays some good, solid defense in the paint. You know what I'm saying? So who they, you know what I'm saying, what they're going to do with Jabari Parker. And they also picked up Ilyasova from the 76ers, so he went back to the Bucks. So you know what I'm saying? It's all about Jabari Parker. You know what I'm saying? They got to re-sign him. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? The Bucks is good. The Bucks has got a lot of young talent. They just need to, you know what I'm saying, get it together on a couple of things with their coaching situation. I don't think they should have got rid of Kidd because I think it was just they were kind of all over the place with what they were doing. But I think they definitely got to sign Jabari Parker. But yeah, no, I think they're underrated. They're under the radar. I think they
might let Jabari Parker go because he ain't really been injured.
Well, he was hurt, yeah. But I mean, that dude is too talented, man. You got to. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I think a team gonna outbid. I don't think they're gonna max him. They're gonna try to get him close to it because he's restricted.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they'll be fine. I think they're going to be good. I think they're up and coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people understand how good, you know what I'm saying, the Greek Freak is. He's a monster. You know what I'm saying? And you just got, it's all about the coaching, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the pieces. So I don't know. We'll see. And that draft pick, he seems he might be solid. I don't know too much about that draft pick. So anyway, and then you got Toronto. Toronto, they get I don't care what Toronto does, they get the L for getting swept, being the damn number one seed or the number two seed. What was it? They were the number one seed or number two seed?
It was the number. Oh, Boston was number one. They probably number two.
They were number two seed. Trash. You get the L. I don't want to even talk about Toronto. I'm disgusted with them because I was over there giving them props, and De Leon said, "Man, I told you better stop that shit." I was like, "No, they're gonna do it this year." Oh, trash. So. And then trash. Orlando, they're still going to be Orlando. They're not going to make. You know what I'm saying? They got some players, but they're not.
Well, it's reported. What's called it? They talking about my Lakers looking at getting at him because he restricted.
Getting who?
The Lakers getting who?
Aaron Gordon, because he restricted free agent.
They're talking about the Pacers. They're talking about the Pacers getting Aaron Gordon.
No, they're talking about. No, they're talking about Orlando's. I just retweeted it.
The Lakers is trying to go for everybody, man. The Lakers, it ain't going to make no difference if they get Aaron Gordon. That still ain't going to be enough for them.
I was on a team. I'm not worried. My thing is, I ain't worried if we don't get LeBron. I like my young nucleus. I like.
Oh man, you like mediocrity because that's their
what you mean mediocrity? You got to let me in. Ball was ball first year. No one know who Kuzma is. Didn't know where he was. He was ball. He was up there. He was first team rookie. Rookie. You know, you can bring Brook. You can bring Brook back on 1 year. It's not like It was like the last 2 weeks. That's how we got out the playoff race for the 8 seed.
Shit, but hell, but no, man, come on, dude.
Man, come on, man.
Y'all get
it. So now we're from Paul George and LeBron and Boogie Cousins to Aaron Gordon now. That's what LA's doing now.
Man. If I'm not okay, put this way, would you rather max out Randall or get Aaron Gordon?
Oh, I'd rather get Gordon, but I mean, yeah, I'd rather get Gordon. That's no question. But I mean, Randall's a dog, man. He can play. He got Randall proved last year. He can play. He's a good player. I just think he's a bad fit for the LA. So if they get Gordon, that'll be a good look for him. But I mean, that like I said, it's just the same thing, man. You still got a young player that's still developing themselves. It's not going to bring LeBron to LA. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then if let's say Kawhi Leonard do go to LA, that still ain't enough to get through the West. The West is too monstrous. You got Denver, Utah.
What's called going to get broken up next year?
Stupid. Who?
Probably there's going to be some pieces missing. Golden State, because Tristan is a free agent.
2 years.
No, Tristan is a free agent next year.
Yeah, but he's
and then you don't have to resign. And then you got to go resign. You got to go resign. What you call it again? KD again, because KD did the 1-1, just like LeBron been doing.
KD's going to do. KD's going to look. KD's going
to do the 1-1s.
They're going to fight for another ring this year, and then KD might stay for one more year. I say Golden State's dominance is going to be for another 2 years. Because they picked up a good draft pick. I forgot what that kid's name was, but that kid was.
They got a bunch of draft picks. They draft picks helped them in the playoffs.
I know.
He used to play for UCLA, but
that one kid they picked up, he's going to be good. He's a good player. I forgot his name. I'm going to look for his name. But anyway, yeah, no. Golden State got 2 years. I stay before the wheels start falling off, and then. KD is going to go probably to Washington, or KD could go to the Lakers. Who knows? I don't believe KD. You know what I'm saying? Because the rumors are saying that because he try to follow LeBron's footsteps, or he'll try to come back to OKC. I don't see that. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of all that, especially now since we got Paul George there. But hell, you know what? You know what? I don't know. Okay, Paul George and Westbrook will still be here because they're under a 5 and a 4 year contract. You know what I'm saying? He might want to sit there and offer them and try to get a ring. Who knows? I have no idea, but I think he might go back to Washington, go back home with Grace Farrell. Hold on, let me look at Golden State. Jacob Evans from Cincinnati. Yeah, so he's a dope player. He's a dope player, man. You know what I'm saying? He's long. I forgot what they said his wingspan was, but he's 6'6". He's a small forward. Yeah, he's a solid player, man. That was a good pickup, man. To get richer with that. And on top of if you add Dwight Howard to that, you know what I'm saying? It just makes it even more filthy. It just makes it more disgusting to me. You know what I'm saying? Just make it more disgusting. So
I
you know
come forward. I'm not doing that with my enemy.
Well, no, but I mean, most people.
That's why I came to Crawford. I wasn't not joining up with my enemy. Like I'm a Laker fan. You won't see me go team up somebody in Boston. I want to beat you. I'm gonna tell them, give me any way to me to beat you. Let's find out how to beat them.
Right.
I didn't want to join up with the enemy. Magic would never joined up with Bird. Jordan would have never joined up with Magic. Jordan would have never joined up with Isaiah or Dominique. It wouldn't happen that way.
Well, no, nobody would do that. Yeah, so it's to me. Okay, look, check this out, right? Chris Bernard said, "How much did Melo opt back in for? 28 point some million dollars. 28 point some. I forgot the
I think 28.5.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, no. He opted. That's why when people started saying, well, you know, Carmelo might want to go somewhere else, ain't nobody in their right mind going to skip out on $28 million because that is his last big contract. There's no way in hell. So I was like, Carmelo's going to be here. So now the question is for the Thunder on this aspect is, are they going to buy his contract out and let him go and still let him to where he can get his trade clause open, and so he could go be traded somewhere else, like maybe to Houston or somewhere else where they can only play, where they can pay him the league minimum, and then the Thunder can just finish paying him off or whatever. But or he could just be a free agent. He could just go to side.
If he get bought out, he a free agent.
Right,
he can go to anybody, but he has to take the league minimum, the veterans minimum. That's like 5 point something. But he can go to any team. He can go to any team but y'all.
Right, yeah, I know, right. And so therefore, and you know what, and a lot of people would prefer that Carmelo would do that. I like Melo. I mean, it's just the fact that the only problem that I have with Melo is that he's too stubborn into his ways of thinking that he's that elite player like that. See, where it would be smart money for him to where he could come off the bench and he could play his role of doing his back down, you know what I'm saying, isolation basketball. And then he would have you know what I'm saying, and he could have, you know what I'm saying, the backups cater to him and how he plays. That way he can sit there and he can play whatever, and he can still play with the starters. But for him to keep saying that, well, I'm a starter, I'm this and that, you a liability on the damn court defensively, and you playing the four, and you killing us. You know what I'm saying? Because what you can do is have a starting lineup with the Thunder. You can have Westbrook, you have Robertson, you have Grant, you have Patterson, and then you can have Adams as the starting lineup. That's solid. You're saying you got Carmelo coming off the bench as the sixth man, and then you got Abrinas, and then you got whoever else that they're bringing in here, the rookies, and then you got Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, the up-and-coming kid, he just needs to gain some weight. That kid can jump out the gym. He got a little shot on him. He's just only going to improve. So he come off of that, and he plays his natural position as the small forward. He can flourish. He can help the team. But, you know what I'm saying, that mentality is killing us. So that's why I'm like, man, go ahead and buy him out and then bring somebody else and let him go wherever you want to. Now, the Lakers could definitely make a push to bring Carmelo, and then somebody else could try to come in, and that can make the Lakers look better. Because I still think Carmelo got some game, but Carmelo is not what he used to be. You know, well, we all got full hoodie Melo. We all got full.
Well, Melo don't fit that system. Melo is ball dominant. When he was playing up there in Denver, he had somebody. He had a point guard. He had Chauncey, and Chauncey knew where to give him that ball. They fed off each other. He don't fall like off of Westbrook like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
see, Billups didn't need Billups was setting up people.
Right. Like
You know what I'm saying? What's called Westbrook don't. It's not like a traditional point guard.
I'm tripping. I sit there and I said Grant, but I'm tripping. I forgot Paul George is with us. You got Paul George can play the 2 or to go back to his traditional spot, the 3. You know what I'm saying? You can have Robertson or you can have Ferguson, but I'd rather have Robertson. You sit there and have Westbrook, Robertson, Paul George. You have Grant. Or you could have Patterson, but I would rather have Grant as being the 4, and then you could have Steven Adams. That's solid. And Patterson can still be on the bench and helping out Carmelo, and you still got players that can shoot the 3. You got players that like Ferguson that can come off and that can cut. You got Arenas that can shoot. You know what I'm saying? Only thing the Thunder needs at that point is a point guard, and they picked up that point guard from Syracuse or wherever he was from, you know what I'm saying? But he was the 2nd round pick. Don't know how he's going to pan out. So you can try to find a solid backup point guard, or try to re-sign Felton to the league minimum if that's what he wants. But who knows? That's what I'm saying. Like Carmelo can come off the bench and have the green light, and he can be who he is. And the Thunder can be even more dangerous, but he's got to think better than that, man. He got to get his mentality out of that bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? And I understand people still think that OKC can't win a championship because of and you know what I'm saying? How I look at it is this: the mentality has to change about the ball movement. You know what I'm saying? Westbrook could be the best double-double machine ever in the history. He might be probably one of the best triple-double player that we've ever seen next to you know what I'm saying, Oscar Robertson, because of the fact that he can do whatever he wants to, but that ball got to move. You know what I'm saying? Westbrook can have his moments where he can dominate, but he can pass the ball off and let that ball movement get more consistent, because they got enough pieces to where people can shoot. But sometimes when you got Westbrook to the basket or shooting jacking up threes, which is not his biggest strong suit, it takes away from players that's around them, and they're more watching them than they're moving around. The offense just needs to have more movement. That was what the Thunder. If they got movement, when you see them move and play under position, they can be unstoppable, man. They can be unstoppable. But it's all about the player movement. They played too much ISO ball last year. So that was my thing on that. So anyway, let me go ahead and get to the last 2 teams, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. Utah Jazz, they winning. I gotta give them props for what they did. They took us out 5. You know what I'm saying? They got young talent. You know what I'm saying? They picked up Lonnie Walker. You know what I'm saying? And then their 49th pick, I don't even know who that kid is. But then from the team that they have, I'm sorry, that was the Spurs.
They from Duke, Allison.
Yeah, that's who they picked up. Yeah. I picked the wrong person.
And that's a good addition. I mean, if you just stop tripping people.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, they got a lot of talent, man. They got a lot of talent. Utah's got a bright future ahead of them, and they sit there. Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen.
Yeah, Grayson Allen. Yeah, from Duke. Yeah. So that's a good pickup. Plus, with the picks that they got, like, I mean, just everybody. Now, we're gonna see what happens with Derek Favors. But they.
How about Utah's big man? Did he just get through re-signing with them or what?
Yeah, they signed dude from Denver. That's what I'm saying. Denver is legit. Denver's going to be scary, and the Suns, even though they're going to be so young, but having a Ariza on that team, they're going to be scary, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the time where the Spurs is going to start to fall off. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers is going to be still where they are. Sacramento's not going to move nowhere. Portland, to me, is going to fall off. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans, the Pelicans, they're going to be solid. Like, that's why I don't think that that the Lakers are going to get Boogie Cousins, because they were the scariest team in the West.
They were, to me, broke down. They broke down.
Yeah, well, they got when Boogie Cousins went down, but what they did to Portland, that wasn't. Nobody didn't expect that. Nobody.
No, because they was playing with house money in Portland. Portland was cocky.
Nobody. So you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Portland to me is just a really good regular season team until they start, like you're saying before, Bone, picking up. You know what I'm saying. Start spending some money. Start bringing in some big free agents out there. They're going to just still stay in that position where they'll be a playoff team, but they ain't going to go no further than that. But the Pelicans, they are dangerous, and I would the Pelicans would be a fool not to re-sign Rondo because he helped that team tremendously. So if you could pick up Rondo, it's according to how what Rondo want to do with the money. You know what I'm saying? And pick up. You know what? I had no idea. Okafor was under Amika Okafor was under the contract under the Pelicans. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Okafor?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Which Okafor?
The
one that was with the Sixers?
I don't think that's the same.
Or the other Okafor, the old one.
The old Okafor. I didn't know he was still in the league.
I didn't know he was either until they made. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. And then also, you got to look at that. They, no, what's his name? Nikola Morkovic, whatever his name is, the dude that they traded for the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? That stretch four. That dude is he's only going to get better. And of course, my favorite Holiday, Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? They got a squad, man. Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying? Jordan Crawford, man, they got a squad. Solomon Hill, they got a squad, man. So that's why I don't see why they would let Boogie would just leave, because everybody thought that how was that going to work? But they were stretching, man. You wouldn't have Boogie shooting threes out there stretching the floor. You know what I'm saying? Plus they can bang you inside. Him and Davis can bang. Man, that's dangerous, man. That's my
man. If Boogie when he got hurt, they would have went far.
No, yeah. They would have been a much more bigger threat to Golden State, because those bigs would have killed them. Because all they would have did is like, look, have Davis go sit out there and have him have Draymond, because Draymond can only hold one of them. You know what I'm saying? And Draymond don't want that work from me. He don't want that work from Davis, and he damn sure don't want Boogie Cousins will kill him. So you know what I'm saying? So and then Rondo was out there running the floor. Drew, man, they would have been a hell of a lot better team, man. So they dangerous. They up and coming. So I think Boogie's going to stay too, man. I think that this, just like I said earlier at the beginning of the show, is that this what proves what Paul George did was showing that these big market teams, that era is dead. It's dead, because every player can make that money anywhere in small markets and medium markets and big markets. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a good relationship with a player, and also it's also about the player too. If you in big city light type of stuff, then yeah, you'll go to a big city. But if you're a player that's got a family and you don't want the media all on your back and shit like that, small market teams is right up these players' alley, and they still get endorsements. You know what I'm saying? You used to not see a small market team have commercials. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we're a superstar, but now you see commercials with all different types of players. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like I said, the endorsement, their shoe deals, everything else. So, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Now, I might have to buy those PlayStation PG shoes. I might. But I'm gonna sit there and send a letter and say, man, you got to make some Xbox shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be damned if I get some Xbox Steph Curry's. What Golden State? Anyway. I'm out here, man. So let's see. Minnesota.
They up in the air for me.
They up in the air.
Because I don't know if they're gonna get Crawford back. You know, they had turmoil. Remember, they was in the playoffs. They had that 8-7 seed and they fell off. They ran out of, you know, what my man called Canadian Jordan. He didn't come through.
Right. Well, the problem is with that is that it seemed like with the coaching with the coaching it's 13 viewers. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I haven't even pushed this out, bro. Relax. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate anybody that watches. So, you know what I'm saying? It could be 13. It could come out to be like 700, 800 by the time it's all said and done in a week. So relax. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the people that's listening, that's watching. So all that shit is unnecessary. Anyway, they have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, they got Jimmy Butler, they got Taj Gibson, which I hate that they let him go with the Thunder because he did a lot of work to help get to knock Denver out because you know what I'm saying, he did a good job in that. Jeff Teague, I always liked Jeff Teague. He's questionable to me now. Wiggins, dope. But see, they didn't use Carl Anthony Towns. They didn't use the big cat. They didn't utilize the big cat enough. You know what I'm saying? That dude, to me, is the most talented on that team. Next, and then, you know what I'm saying? I think that you would have Jimmy Butler and Towns be your two players to get all the points, and then you have Wiggins be that service player. But see, that's what the thing that they might have to make a decision on, might let one of these guys go, and it might be Wiggins down the line. I said I would try to trade and try to get some pieces to fit around the big cat and
well, Jimmy a free agent next year.
I know, but that would solidify your team to be better because I would rather have Jimmy Butler than I would keep Wiggins. Wiggins is a great player, but he also has, you know what I'm saying, but he's a liability on defense at times too. So
But see, Thibodeau got to go build. He's trying to build that magic that he had in Chicago. It ain't working up there.
No, that's what I'm saying. He got to get rid of one of them.
He got to go find him an offensive coach, offensive system coach.
I agree. Now, before we go, that's done with the NBA. Now, before we go, we're gonna let Tuckmaster. You said you wanted to talk about something regarding with the NFL. Before we get out of here, go ahead and shoot. What was the question you had? Tuck, you there? Did he leave? Did he not?
No, he ain't here.
Anyway, all right. So Tuckmaster brought up something regarding with the in the NFL about T.O. and his decision on not going to the Hall of Fame. Now, the people in the chat, you know what I'm saying, you can just let me know what you think about it. I personally say fuck him. You know what I'm saying? The NFL has been on some bullshit here of late, especially of how they treated certain players, especially what they're doing with the kneeling situation, and how they letting the owners dictate, and they're letting these other people that's trying to stop protests. With certain players that's putting hands on their wife, where they had that kicker, what was it, something Brown, that beat the hell out of his wife, and then you know what I'm saying, and didn't do anything to him but suspend him for a few bits, but then you know what I'm saying, and it's not right to hit no woman whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone that shit either. But again, be fair. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit there and have this kicker that beats on his wife, but then yet y'all gonna sit there and keep Ray Rice out of the league. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that girl, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But that you waited way too long to do that. And then also they're trying to make the league no fun league. You know what I'm saying? You know, for so many years by not bringing, you know what I'm saying, for celebrations, even though they finally let celebrations come back last year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that just was going on in the NFL that I've been disappointed with. So for T.O. giving the middle finger, saying like he should have been a first round dude. I mean, a first round inductee. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and if people that feels that that's Bush League, T.O. has been that guy that's always been kind of like a troublemaker, even though he doesn't have a criminal history or anything like that. And they feel that he's doing a disservice to all the people that came out there. I can agree with that as well. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problems with it. So what do you think about it, 100?
Man, he's taking a stand, and he's right. If his stats is right up there with the best,
it is.
But I already know how these writers get. These writers be on some other BS sometimes. You know, I don't like him, and you forgot. People don't understand. T.O. played in that Super Bowl with a broke leg.
Mm-hmm.
You know, T.O. was killing when he was in Frisco. You know, yeah, was he the best person in the world? Even the days at Dallas, I think that really hurt him when they decided to let him go. But you know, he was a vocal person. He wasn't going to sugarcoat nothing. He's going to tell you how it is. But like you say, he had no criminal record, had no nothing. You know, You know, maybe they reach out to him. But if he doesn't want to show up, that's his choice. There shouldn't be no big funk about it.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. And then like, Cam Chancellor just retired. Yeah, like they, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just wow, man. Like I mean, in the NFL, like you know what I'm saying, it's one of my favorite products to watch. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite sports to watch. You know what I'm saying? I play football, of course, and you know what I'm saying. And the thing of it is like, look, man. It's dangerous sport regardless. You know when you get into it, you're gonna get rocked. You're gonna have to get that smelling salt. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to play injured. You're gonna have to deal with all of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I had a meniscus tear, and I still was out there playing football. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know what it's like. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, you get out there, your coaches, you know what I'm saying? Players call you weak as shit. Like you ain't get out there doing your thing. And you get out there and you do it, and you can, you know what I'm saying? So regardless, it's up to the individual player to decide. If they want to leave the league early, then that's fine. But to take the fun out of the league and to take out something with the protests, to me, I think that was the weakest thing that the league had done. They should just stayed out of it and let those players do their thing. But again, I don't know. It's just weak to me. And what I think the TO did is it's on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's up to the players that's out there in the Hall of Fame if they decide if they want to shut him or not, because they're the ones in the Hall of Fame, not the writers or the media and shit like that that's bashing TO. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be there, you just don't want to be there. Tuck, are you there? No, he's not here. So anyway. All right, y'all. So thank you for hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, eventually, when we come back for the third show, we'll have everybody ready to go. If not, then we'll still keep doing it, talking about what's going on in these sports. I think that the Thunder won. I think the Thunder won overall. The Thunder and the Suns won overall. I mean, I don't know. Who you think won overall in the NFL, in the NBA? 100.
Yeah, y'all on top right now.
Yeah.
Somebody else straight. Who's this day one?
So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the free agency isn't over with yet, but we'll see what LeBron does. Now, LeBron goes to Houston. If Houston can pull something out like that, then I think that they've won overall, because you still get the best player to play with you on top of Harden and Chris Paul. That's a formidable team. And that's a dangerous team. Or if he goes to the Sixers win. If he stays at Cleveland, then the Thunder won for sure for free agency so far, because Cleveland just ain't going to have enough to build that team to fight against Golden State. And that's what it's all about. Now, if the Lakers can pull something out of their ass between now and then, or between now and the start of next season, to where they can get LeBron and they can get Kawhi and, you know what I'm saying, and maybe Anderson, Aaron Gordon, then you're talking about they could be formidable. But we got yet to see what's going on. We got yet to see. But I do say the Suns. I say Thunder's number one. Suns is number two, because that's too much. That's too much young talent. It's just it's going to be up to the coach and then to make sure that those guys get around. So anyway, so 100. Where can they find you at, man?
Man, you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Intro Media. You can find me anywhere. I guess I ain't too hard to find these days no more.
Listen to it. All right. So then, Tuckmaster, you back?
Yeah, everybody can find me on the Xbox Live. You can find me on Twitter, since I got a Twitter account now.
What's the name of what's the Twitter name?
Huh?
What's your Twitter name?
I don't even remember my Twitter name.
Oh, come on.
That's how bad that is. I think it's Miguel. I think it's Miguel 3.
I'll send it to you, Megan.
Okay, all right. I'll sit there and I'll post it out for you, Tom.
I'm getting old, y'all.
I got you.
I'm an old man.
That's all right, man. That's all right. We're going to call you Papa Smurf from here on out.
Hey, that's A-okay. I don't have no problem with that, because I am a papa anyway.
I know. That's all right, man. But thank you for coming on, man. Like I said, hopefully next week or whenever we do it again, that we'll have the whole crew here and get more opinions. So it'll be fun. So anyway, man, of course, it's KMEGA 405. You can catch me out, you know what I'm saying, especially on this channel, DRG Podcast, every Friday night, 8:30 Central. Also, BGST, and you see me on the next podcast every Saturday. We'll have BGST tomorrow, probably around 6 o'clock, probably 6 or 7 my time. Tomorrow, and then you'll have the next podcast that comes on every Saturday at 6 o'clock Central Time. So check us out, man. And that's on Xbox 448 channel. So check us out, man. Everybody have a good night. Peace.
Peace.